Hey everybody, it's Ann at What's Up Homestead, and I am going to make, or try to make, a lasagna with Alfredo sauce, and the filling is going to be a ricotta cheese filling. I've got an egg, ricotta cheese, and I've got a little bit of mozzarella in there, and some Parmesan Romano cheese. I just used this out of the jar. It's very good. It's very easy. It's what I use for my pizzas and all that stuff. I don't use the stuff in the green jar because it has a cellulose powder, and people say that's like wood filler. So I just use the good stuff. So I've got an egg in there, and I've got some parsley, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder in there. I don't ever measure, but I need to do this because I made this with manicotti a couple weeks ago and it was delicious. So I'm going to hopefully come up with a recipe, and I'll type it out at some other time down below. Okay, and I'm making an Alfredo sauce. I've got butter. I've probably got a stick of butter, maybe a little bit less. I'm just going to make a roux. I'm going to take my flour, and I'm just going to put a couple spoonfuls in there until it starts coming together. I don't want to put it all in there at once because then I might not have enough butter. So I'm just going to kind of slowly incorporate the flour in with it until it becomes a roux, and I'm going to try and stir all the lumps out as much as I can. Kind of like making a gravy. Instead of the butter, it would be some kind of grease. Okay, I'm going to put another one in here. Stir that. Probably need maybe one more. So that's just 3 heaping spoonsful. Looks like it'll be just enough. Make sure I get all the lumps out. Okay. I'm going to let it cook for just a little bit. I'm going to turn down my heat just a tad. And kind of cook all that raw flour out. I've also got a cup of some milk in here and some half and half. I don't know if I'll have enough of the half and half, so I just went ahead and put some milk here just in case. Sorry, I'm going to go ahead and pour the half and half. Well, sorry, I keep saying half and half. It's heavy whipping cream. I'm just going to stir that around, and it looks a little bit lumpy, but it will come together. And I'm going to add the milk. I'm going to just add all that milk because I think I'll need it. It's looking a little bit lumpy, but the more it cooks, the more it'll come together. That was only because I think I didn't have enough of the half and half in there, so I didn't have time to stir it all in there before it got lumpy. But anything I can just strain those little lumps out, but this little splat spoon, it'll do the trick and let me flatten out all those little lumps. Okay, so now I'm going to put some of this Parmesan cheese in here. Probably maybe a cupful. And just stir that around and just let that cook and simmer away. And it's going to look lumpy again because of the Parmesan cheese, but it'll melt into there. So I'm going to let this cook, and I also I've never tried these before. I hope they don't turn into mush, but they were the oven-ready lasagnas, and I got it from Aldi. So it just says to soak them in water. It says a half a cup of water per 5, but I'm going to use all 15 because I know I will. I used a whole box of manicotti with this recipe the last time, and it just barely made enough for 4 people. Just barely. So I went ahead and just filled it and covered them. So I'm just going to kind of let them sit here and hang out. And I'm going to let my sauce hang out, and when I get ready to put it together, I'll come back and show you how I do it. Okay, we'll try you this way, and I put the sauce at the bottom, and I'm going to layer my noodles down. Pray this works because I don't know. It doesn't really give you any directions. It says to soak them, and I don't know. We'll just see. I used the manicotti last time and I boiled it, so this says no boiling required, so we'll see. So I put 3 layers down, and I'm going to take my ricotta mixture, and I'm just going to kind of layer it this way. And just kind of layer it down the middle. I always have a problem with using all of it. I either use all of it or not enough of it. But we're going to have the sauce on there too, so I'm going to use that. Now I'll take some sauce. I don't want to use it all because I just want to make sure I have enough. Just going to blend it in just like I would a tomato sauce. I'd rather have leftover than not enough. Okay. So then I'll just repeat that. And I'll just repeat the layers and put more ricotta. Because I'm sure this would be good if you just wanted to like make some kind of regular pasta and mix it all together. Or maybe just dollop this on the top, the ricotta. Or you could do like I did and just make the manicotti and just stuff the manicotti in here. That was good too, but I just wanted to see if this would be easier than having to stuff all those shells. And I should have used, maybe next time I will do this and I will use the stuffed shells, because that's probably the easiest. But I never take the easy way out, I don't think. So now I'm gonna add some more sauce, more of our Alfredo sauce. If I run out of the ricotta, I can always just do the layers without it, but I don't think I'll have enough. So I'm just going to keep doing this till we get to the top, and I'll come back. I won't bore you with the details. It came out perfect. I just didn't need the last 3. So I only used 12. So I'm finished with this layer. I barely had enough ricotta, so use it sparingly. So I'm gonna shred the Parmesan, the what do you call it, mozzarella cheese on here. A little bit more on there. brought y'all in at a bad angle or bad lighting. Sorry about that. Okay, now I'm just going to clean up the edges, and I'm going to put some aluminum foil over it, and I'm going to cook it in the oven at like 375. It's all already cooked. I just wanted to get it bubbly, and then I'll take the foil off and I'll let it brown a little bit, and I'll show you what that looks like in a little while. Okay, and before I put it in the oven, I'll just give you a tip. If you are doing something with cheese on the top, I always spray my aluminum foil with some kind of cooking spray to keep the cheese from sticking and dragging it off your whatever you're baking. So I think I'm going to put this on 400 instead of 350 since it's really just got to get hot. So I'll show you what it looks like when I take it out of the oven before it browns. Okay, I put it in at 640 and it's 7:31. It's almost an hour, not quite. I took a little bit off the corner and I just cut into it and tasted it just to make sure it was done, and it's done. But it needs to kind of brown on the top, so I'm going to put it in the oven and probably leave it in there on 400 for 10 minutes, and I'll bring it back out and show you the finished product. Okay, here's the final product, and it looks delicious. It did taste good too, but maybe browned it even tastes better. I don't know if it will, but it looks delicious. We're having a salad with it. My cranberries that I can't have a salad without. And I made some more ranch and blue cheese out of just some ranch mix and mayonnaise. So this is what we're having for dinner tonight. And hopefully I can get some kind of recipe together, but you need to try, even if you use your own or just a jar of Alfredo. If you have a recipe for Alfredo, it's delicious. So I hope you give it a try. And I hope you like and subscribe to my channel.